Hello, I'm Sparky. He's Gery Woelfel. I can't believe what I just read, so we'll talk about that momentarily. I'm on 105.7 FM, The Fan in Milwaukee, coast of the Wendy's big show weekday afternoons from 2 until 6. He, of course, Gery Woelfel, one of the very best in the country at being an NBA insider.
Keeping you in line?
Here at RacineSportsZone.com.
One of the only people in the country to keep you in line?
Now,
okay.
Truth be told, NBA trade deadline when we record this is the next day, so it's
Thursday afternoon, 2 o'clock Central Standard.
Right. We're recording this on Wednesday. And I'm going to be in New York City when this trade deadline goes down. A couple of years ago, you and I, well, the J.J. Redick year, were at the NFL Combine together with Gary Ellerson, my co-host.
In Indianapolis.
When that god-awful trade went down. Now,
and somebody in the organization asked me, just minutes after the trade, what did you think of the trade? Yeah. And I go, trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Now, this is what I want to know. Shams Charania, I guess that's his name, real GM. If that's not your name, sir, I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce it. Larry Sanders, according to him, sources are telling him, that Larry Sanders' buyout has been completed for days. Now, my side of the ESPN is saying it's close.
Yeah, it's close. And I've heard it was close for the last 3-4 days with Larry Sanders' approval.
Right.
And I don't know. I mean, he's going to approve it at some point. I mean,
I wouldn't. Larry, don't sign it. No. Look, I do, trust me. I don't want you here. But for the good of you, don't sign this deal. I don't do it. Let me help you. Don't sign. Hire me to be your agent. Happy Walters is clueless. This, according to this report, he's due what? 34 million, somewhere in that area. He's got 11 million left, 33, and then what was up this year, right?
Yeah, so okay. About 30.
Now, Sham says he has 40 million left. I don't know where he comes up with that number.
No.
But according to this report, he's expected to receive 13 million.
Well, my gut feeling is
13 million?
Yeah, but you know what?
13 says 35. That's not even half. Why, Larry, why would you sign that?
Well, you know what? Last night I was talking to an NBA executive, general manager, and he told me if he was Larry Sanders, he would ask for every penny.
Right?
Exactly.
Agreed.
You know, and this is coming
13 million?
This is coming. Well, you know what? I'm not going to put substance in that report yet. You know, it could be accurate, but I'm not.
Right, I don't know either.
You know,
we're just going off of, it just got tweeted out just before we started the video. Mm-hmm. So I asked him, do you want to do it? He said, sure. Yeah. So that's the report from this guy. And I'm telling you right now, if I'm Larry Sanders, not only do I not sign it, I fire Happy Walters, and I hire a new agent. Yeah. And I tell the Bucks, you can wait.
You know what? That would only be his, I think, 6th agent if he
don't care. Don't care.
You know what the deal is. I mean,
there's no way I'm selling for $13 million.
I just don't think the general public realizes how serious the situation is. That's all I'm going to say.
I guarantee you, we don't.
No.
Okay.
But if that number is accurate, I think that would be indicative of what is going on behind the scenes, because they know Larry's situation is serious.
Okay.
It's not your run-of-the-mill, okay, let's rehab for a couple months and get back on the court. It goes beyond
But
that.
Gary, regardless of how serious it may be in his personal life, this is still guaranteed money coming to him. So unless you're going to go to the Players Association and show me where you're going to get out of this contract, then I want my money.
Now, on the flip side, is the Bucks could say, hey, if you're not complying with everything we're asking of you, or the league decides that he's not complying with you, at some point, the Bucks, if they wanted to play hardball, could say this contract is null and void.
I don't think it would work.
Oh, you don't know. And then he doesn't have a penny coming to him, and then he's really screwed.
Because think about this. Now the $13 million, right?
Right.
You take it, now, okay, now for everybody listening, or watching, next year he gets $11 million. All right? The year after that he gets $11 million.
Right.
The year after that, $11 million.
Unbelievable. This isn't like $11. It's $11 million.
Okay, but hold on now.
Yeah.
Let's put something in perspective here. Yeah. So that would be his cap number for each of those 3 years, $11 million.
Right.
Now, I talked to a guy yesterday that's pretty much in the know, and he said what they will probably do is use what they call stretch provision, okay? Which means they can stretch out the number over 7 years if they want. They can do 5 years, they can do 7 years, whatever number they want to do, okay? So let's say they do 7 years. At $13 million,
$2 billion.
It goes from $11 million to have number two, like under 2 years.
That's yeah. I don't know.
Oh my goodness!
Like I said, we
do you know what this means?
This is all preliminary stuff.
No, do you know what this means? Let's have a conversation.
It means that John Henson is going to throw a party tonight, knowing that he's going to get 25 minutes a game from now on out.
Not so fast. This is what this could mean.
Yeah.
If they actually got this done and he signs this thing today, let's say, so they know for the trade tomorrow, they all of a sudden now might want to get involved. I mean, the rumors are they are involved. They're trying to get involved with Cantor. But now all of a sudden...
Do you remember a post-game show we talked about this about maybe a month ago and said, hey, maybe the Bucks...
Cantor, right.
Okay, just wanted to say.
If he's getting less than $2 million, Gary, on the open market, Cantor's going to demand what, 10? 9 or 10?
Oh, he's going to ask for at least that.
Somewhere there in that area, right?
A lot, yeah.
Well, now all of a sudden you have a chance at him. I mean, prior to this, if Sanders' number is, instead of 11, it's 8, you can't play for Cantor. You can't play for him. Because you got to sign Brandon Knight as a restricted free agent. He's going to cost
you mean if Sanders stays on the contract.
And 11.
On the roster.
But even if they would have brought him out,
absolutely.
And if that number would have went from 11 to, say, 8, you still can't play for Cantor. But if that number goes from 11 to 2, now, realistically, you can play for Cantor and you can play for Brandon Knight.
Right.
So now it's Brandon Knight, Giannis, Parker, and Cantor. And this whole thing, and I agree, Cantor's not a rim defender, okay? Mm-hmm. I get it. He's not a shot blocker.
He's a physical presence, and he can rebound.
He can rebound, and he can score around the basket.
As Mark Jackson said, a couple months ago, a rim protector is vastly overrated in the NBA. I totally agree with that. Unless he's Bill Russell.
Okay, I'm going to throw another one at you. All right?
I got one for you then.
Henson and a 1 for Cantor. Do you do it?
Well, it depends upon where the one is.
The one is 18 right now.
No,
or 19.
They could give away a future one, too.
Well, they could. Let's say it's this year's. 18, 19, and Henson.
I would.
You'd do it.
I would do it. Yeah. But here's what I would do.
Because Cantor apparently wants to be in Milwaukee.
Here's what I would do. If I was the Bucks, I'd hang tight and wait till this summer and see what happens with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Do you know where I'm going with this?
No.
Okay. Good. They conceivably will get either Okafor or Towns in the draft, okay? Now, do you see where I'm going with this?
Still listening.
Guess who becomes available if they get one of those two guys?
Pekovic?
Correct. And I would take Pekovic in a heartbeat. I'd take him over Kantner right now, no questions asked. And, because Minnesota will have to trade him, a lot of teams are going to have, some leverage and say, hey, we know you got to trade them. You can't have both these guys. Bucks are in position to give up a first-round pick, position to give up Hanson. They can give up whatever they want.
For the Bucks,
and all of a sudden, you got a guy that's going to be your anchor for the next 6-7 years.
All right, for the Bucks standpoint.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know the behind-the-scenes stuff of the NBA necessarily all that great. But if I'm John Hammond, or whoever's running the team, Jason Kidd, whoever it is, can I get on the phone with Cantor's agent and talk parameters of what it would take to keep him in Milwaukee?
Sure.
Before you make the deal.
Absolutely. Technically, you're not supposed to, right?
Technically, you're not supposed to.
Oh, no.
But it probably happens.
Oh, it happens all the time. No doubt.
That would be my play. Yeah. If I'm going to give up Henson and a 1, because I think Henson's a really good player, and I know there are people that don't like him, but I like him.
I like Henson as well.
And if I'm giving up a 1, which is like gold to me in a rebuilding process, if I'm doing all that,
but you're giving up
a mid-first
for a young player. It's not like you're getting a 28 or 30-year player back.
Or Redick.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So that, yeah.
Okay, so, but if I'm going to do this, I have to know from his agent that A, he wants to be here, and B, what the number is and that I can do it.
Right.
But again, it all goes back to my handy-dandy little phone and Twitter. And if this report on Sanders is right, at $13 million, and you stretch that bad boy to $2 million a year or under, I can play for Cantor. Yeah, but if that number is $25 million instead of $13, I can't play for Cantor and I can't make the trade.
Yeah, we don't know. Again, that's something.
Can I do another thing at you?
Go right ahead.
What if they did this? Now, see, again, the negative in all this moving and shaking is chemistry. That's a big negative.
Right.
Henson's a well-liked guy on this team. So I don't know Cantor's personality, but they make that deal for Cantor and then turn around and swing Ilyasova and whatever in order to get Stauskas, let's say, from Sacramento, and you had a shooting guard and a post center. Both young guys. Oh, buddy. You got something now. Well, you got a 5 now. Giannis and Parker together. I still don't know how that works.
And the jury's still on Stauskas. I mean, there's some things there that NBA teams are concerned about. College, he proved to be one of the best shooters in college basketball. But we saw, going back in time, Sean Westbrook used to be a lights-out three-point shooter.
Yeah, I had his Bucks jersey.
Exactly. Yeah. So all of a sudden he comes to the NBA and he didn't adjust to the three-point line.
But he was undersized too.
He was.
I
see Stauskas struggling with the NBA three-point line, and some guys, adjust to it eventually. Some guys don't. So I mean, there's some question marks about this guy.
Going to be interesting.
This is going to be a fun time next couple
What's your prediction that happens at trade deadline?
They'll make one trade. I'm not sure which way they'll go. I don't know. But
my prediction is they stand pat, they do nothing.
Yeah, well, I tend to lean towards you.
But if that Larry Sanders deal gets done and you're under $2 million a year for Larry Sanders, I'm really looking at Cantor at that point. He's Gery Woelfel. I'm Steve Sparky. Fifer, thanks for tuning in to another exciting edition of Sports Junkie, talking Bucks basketball. Happy conversation. Oh, it's been a great year. Talk to you next week.
You can tell this guy's been on vacation.
No, the Bucks are good. I like it.
And they got the one cloud that was been hanging over them all season.
About time.
It is out of the way.
We'll talk to you next week here at RaceSeatSportsZone.com. Ta-ta.